Hello, I'm Lauren Green, and welcome to Bias Bash. GOP presidential candidate Ben Carson is in the hot seat after several of his stories from his past are being questioned. But what about the credibility of Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton? While her emails have been making headlines, there are allegations that Clinton lied about some other things, including claims in 1995 that she was named after Sir Edmund Hillary, even though he did not become a household name until later, like 1953, I think it was. Joining me now with more on why the media seems to be focusing more on Carson is Talk Radio News Network Bureau Chief and Fox News contributor Ellen Ratner. Hey, Ellen. So we've been focusing on Ben Carson, but not on Hillary Clinton. We should be focusing more on Hillary?
Look, I think if you run for President of the United States, every part of your biography is under question. Now, we know that she became, there was this question of whether she was shot at when she went to Bosnia. That certainly, the press did explore that, maybe not as much as they should, but they certainly did. The Hillary name, also very interesting. And then, of course, there's the whole issue of President Obama and his grades, which have never been released. And the press is just hands off on all of that. So is the press being unfair to Dr. Carson? I'm not saying they shouldn't focus on it, but do you also focus on some of the blown-up truths, perhaps, that the other candidates have, either in the past, such as President Obama, or current Hillary Clinton, and why aren't they giving equal time, which is what I thought we did as press?
Well, it's interesting about this, Ben Carson, because is it because he is not a liberal? And, if you're a black person, the media seems to be a little bit cautious of you or not as fair with you if you are not a liberal. I mean, it's like...
Listen, I'm a liberal, and I think that the media slants liberal. I do.
Okay.
And I often say it's not, and we were just talking about this previously, it's not what you put into an article or into a story, it's what you leave out. And that's what slants the story. So if you are looking after Ben Carson, are you slanting it towards Ben Carson? Well, okay, maybe. But then are you leaving out the other candidates? And if you're leaving out your research onto the Hillary Clinton candidates and things that she might not have told truthfully, or President Obama or whoever, you are slanting that article. And that's my concern.
We talked about the Sir Edmund Hillary issue, and she in her biography she said that she was named after Sir Edmund Hillary, and she was born in 1947, but Sir Edmund didn't complete his historic feat until 1953. So this is like, well, was her mother clairvoyant or something like that? I don't know. Do you have an issue with something like that? I mean, I don't know.
I think you always want somebody who is going to give a bio that is relatively truthful. Now, we all see things from our own perspective. So, I actually wrote autobiography myself. I never published it, but I checked it out with both of my brothers because my view of things is very different. So all I'm saying is that her view may be different, but then it should be talked about in the press. Let us, the voters, make up our mind. Let's just not exit out and say, well, President Obama's grades don't count, or Secretary Clinton's being shot at Bosnia, or named Hillary when, as you say, the feat didn't happen until a bit later. So those are very important kinds of questions, and they slant things, and they don't allow the voter who is going to be consuming this information to make up their mind.
I see. The implication, though, is if you are asking questions about someone's past in a biography, just like in Carson's biography or in Hillary Clinton's biography, you're saying, is this lie an indication of a general pattern, or is it just this? And is there a difference the way the media treats a lie for a Carson as opposed to a Hillary Clinton? With Hillary Clinton, it's like, well, it's just this. But with a Ben Carson,
there is a difference.
This.
I think there is a difference. And I think that the media has been all over Ben Carson because he's from the outside. He's not one of us. We don't see him walking around Washington, D.C. Or state houses. And so who is this guy? It's kind of like Donald Trump. Who is this guy? But we have to be equally fair to both sides. And if I was the bureau chief on this story, I would have said, okay, well, how about the Democrats? Where are we not getting a connection there?
Right. Very interesting stuff. Thanks so much, Ellen.
Thank you.
And if you want to hear more media analysis on this topic and others, catch Media Buzz with Howard Kurtz, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern and again at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.